Coming in number 10, we have Lea Michele. Back in December, Lea Michele started to go trending on Twitter after the internet started to troll her for her new chiseled facial appearance. When the funny girl actress posted a selfie comparing herself to Lucia, the beautiful working girl on The White Lotus, the internet was then quick to notice her resemblance to another trending character, which is a girl who has undergone buccal fat removal. The cosmetic procedure involves surgically removing fat between the cheekbones and the jawbones via incisions inside the mouth to highlight one's facial bone structure. While people have been doing the surgery for decades, it's currently all the rage with young celebrities and people on TikTok. It takes a normal looking girl and makes them look almost skeletal, which is pretty damaging to a younger person's image. While the surgery isn't everybody's cup of tea, I still don't understand why Hollywood girlies aren't trying to get rid of it and why they keep opting to do it, and it kinda made Lea Michele look more scary than her Rachel Berry days on Glee. Number 9, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian has been pretty open about her physical transformation, and unlike her other sisters, she claimed that she has undergone plastic surgery more than once in her life. While the reality TV star isn't too outspoken when it comes to her past procedures, she has opened up once before about the reason behind her choice to undergo the knife. In a reunion episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe revealed that she opted for a few cosmetic alterations by saying, "For me, everyone says, oh my gosh, she had a third face transplant, but I've had one nose job." Aside from her nose job, the Good American founder has also revealed she has done injections, but not really Botox because she responded horribly Botox. Khloe, like Kylie, has also gotten so much filler done at one point. She even went back 3 times to get it dissolved, but it still feels like the effects are still there. But for a while, the star did look a little scary with all that filler. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming in number 8, we have Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Presley was a legendary beauty, but when she underwent plastic surgery in the past, it left her with some unfortunate side effects. It would force her to come out and claim that she unknowingly had industrial low-grade silicone injected into her face by a doctor who wasn't even licensed to practice medicine in the United States. Priscilla was one of many victims who fell into the hands of Dr. Daniel Serranoez. In 2008, a rep of the actress would share that an investigation which uncovered his misconduct ultimately led to his imprisonment. Miss Presley dealt with this matter years ago, and eventually everything is now well. Serrano, who was not licensed to practice medicine, would find himself being deported back to Argentina after serving 18 months in federal prison, after some of his injections caused lumps, paralysis, and holes in his client's face. But the work he did to Priscilla definitely had her wishing that she never underwent the surgery, and she never even tried to have it repaired as she was kinda scared it would do more harm than good. Number 7, Janice Dickinson. It's clear that Hollywood's obsession with plastic surgery is starting to get really scary, and if you look what happened to Janice Dickinson after she made an attempt to keep her youthful appearance, people would even start to confuse her with Caitlyn Jenner. After she had a botched procedure done, even according to celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Anthony Yoon, Janice had every plastic surgery procedure there is. And that's not really hard to believe, as once the stunning model now looks like she is pure plastic. And I've seen her undergo some treatments on reality TV. Dr. Yoon would then jokingly add, "I believe she's undergone pretty much every facial plastic surgery there is, including a facelift, eye lift, lip injections, Botox, fat injections, a brow lift, and she's probably single-handedly paid for her plastic surgeon's house." Despite Janice going under the knife numerous times, Yoon said, while Janice doesn't look a whole lot like herself, she's holding up pretty well, and she's had quite a bit of help. In 2014, Janice would even admit when she was 32, or in the Jurassic era, that's when she had her first procedure done, and it included work to her chest, a tummy tuck, facelift, and Botox. At number 6, we have Linda Evangelista. The OG supermodel hasn't been seen in public for a while now, and in September 23rd, 2021, she would explain why. Linda revealed that she underwent cool sculpting, which she claims left her looking unrecognizable, as it allegedly caused her fat cells in her face to multiply, and she would say, "To my followers who have wondered wondered why I have not been working while my peers' careers have been thriving. The reason is that I was brutally disfigured by a procedure which did the opposite of what it promised. She then went on to talk about the procedure's rare but serious side effects, and she said not only did it destroy my livelihood, but it sent me into a cycle of depression, profound sadness, and lowest depths of self-loathing. In the process, I have become reclusive, and I'm so tired of living this way. I would like to walk out my door with my head held high despite not looking like myself any longer. However, if you look at photos from Linda from 2005 to now, before her procedure disfigured her famous face, the girl was stunning. And if you were looking to get plastic surgery done in the future, let this be a warning and just a reminder that you're beautiful just the way you look. Number 5, Mickey Rourke. Since the beginning of his career, Mickey Rourke has captured the news headlines every now and then, and one of the most talked about things about him is his face. Today, everyone knows Mickey to be an actor of repute who has starred in many successful movies over the years, but it is essential to understand that acting was not Mickey's first love, as he's a man who was in love with boxing, and he eventually became a professional boxer. And he did pretty well because he was unbeaten in all his fights as he won and drew others. However, he endured a lot of injuries to his face, and some of these injuries were so severe that they threatened to ruin his good looks, so he opted to have cosmetic surgery to fix his face. However, the doctors he met to help him fix his face just ended up ruining it. His face today is now very different from what his fans had known it to be, and anytime he steps into the public, paparazzi just swarms his face. While the star has undergone different cosmetic surgeries to correct his face, it just keeps changing and it keeps renewing the public's interest. Number 4, Joan Rivers. Comedian Joan Rivers was famous for constantly changing her face. When the reality TV star passed away at the age of 81, her daughter Melissa would write a memoir, The Book of Joan, tales of mirth, mischief, and manipulation. As a tribute to her mother, in it Melissa would reveal that Joan had a staggering 348 cosmetic operations over her life, and she was never happy with the way she looked, which fed into her sense of being less than. Joan Rivers' tragic passing was caused after she had complications following her surgery, after the comedian never recovered from a loss of oxygen to her brain during surgery. Her daughter would then be able to sue the clinic for malpractice. It would be noted that Joan went into the hospital after she scheduled an EGD. However, reports then showed another procedure, a nasolaryngoscopy, which was performed twice by an ENT doctor not privileged to perform that procedure at Yorkville, and Rivers was never informed or consented to that procedure. Number 3, Donatella Versace. Donatella Versace's designs for Versace may have sparked thousands of copycats, but there is no danger of a woman following suit when it comes to Donatella Versace's new look. 30 years ago, the fashion guru had naturally full lips and smooth skin, but today her face is striking for all the wrong reasons, as she has now turned herself into a real-life human waxwork doll after she overdid Botox and added too much filler to her cheeks and lips. Not to mention, the businesswoman has also had a facelift and eyes and brow lift. And if you look at her face, you can tell that her eyelids are like a little droopy because she had some bad Botox, and that's why they look droopy. It's also been said that she looks like she may have had some filler added to her earlobes, as they looked very stretched. Dr. David Rappaport has also provided a timeline of Donatella's alleged procedures, where he would point out that it seems clear that the designer has had a facelift, as she has a scar that you can see on her temple areas, and she has a fine linear scar from it. He would also note that her hairline has been lifted too high, and it shouldn't end that high above her ears, but this could also indicate that she's gone under the knife for more than one procedure. Number 2, Carrot Top. Comedian king of props Scott Carrot Top Thompson has had to deal with a lot of plastic surgery rumors and before and after surgery photos, but despite the hundreds of sources saying he underwent the knife to change his looks, the comedian says he hasn't had work done on him, but it's clearly just a lie. So Carrot Top is one of these most successful comedians from the late 90s and 2000s. Aside from comedy, one of the most talked about topics whenever Carrot Top is brought up is about his looks, and people start to debate whether the star has had plastic surgery done or not. Although various sources have tried exploring his transformation to put an answer to the question, the comedian still continues to deny all the rumors that revolve around him undergoing the knife to change his looks. And to this day, the comedian still has to deal with plastic surgery rumors, as the media has been swamped with before and after photos of the star. Many have even compared his transformation to plastic surgery disasters, and some professionals have even commented on it, such as Dr. Anthony Yoon, who pointed out that the comedian has definitely had laser treatments or chemical peels, and he even commented on Carrot Top's appearance by saying, "He looks more like a muscle-bound cartoon character." Number 1. Lil Kim. Lil Kim is undoubtedly one of the brightest, most influential women in hip-hop, yet her legacy remains controversial for one reason or the other. It seems like the star is constantly being thrown in front of the media since the beginning of her career for her ever-changing face. In 2005, Kim would even go on a radio show to explain that she had broken her nose after getting into an altercation with her ex-boyfriend, and she had to get surgery done to fix her nose, and then she would go back to her boyfriend, get hurt again, and it would reel her into a tangle of insecurities and self-loathing. Kim was so tired of lying about her injuries and burying her bruises in makeup that she thought it would be better to get professional work done and wipe those physical markings away once and for all. And then after, she would get more surgeries done by her own choice, as she was facing insecurities after her boyfriends kept cheating on her with European women with long hair. So starting off our list today at number 10, we have Kim Kardashian. For years now, it seems like the Kardashian family has denied having any sort of procedures done, which is baffling because just having one look at the family, you can tell that they have definitely had a lot of work done to achieve their looks. While Kim has continued to go on and claim that she hasn't had any butt injections, she has claimed to getting cortisone shots to help her with her psoriasis. In 2022, during her cover interview with Allure, she would explain that she had a little bit of Botox done, and that's exactly what she's done to her face over the years. She then went on to deny any other procedures after she said she chilled on all the Botox lately. She then went on to claim that she's never had eyelash extensions, and went on to say, "I've never done anything. I have a drop of mascara on today. I've never filled my cheeks. I've never filled my lips." But do we actually really believe her? Number 9. Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen has been pretty open about her plastic surgery when she first started to admit to her procedures back in 2017, when she told Refinery 29 that she had her armpit sucked out, and when her fat came back, she had to pay for liposuction again so she could feel more confident when she wore her dresses. Then in 2019, the star would take to her Instagram to post that she would be removing her chest implants, as she wanted to be able to zip into a dress size that was actually her size. And then again in 2021, the star would take to her Instagram again to share that she had the fat removed from her cheeks, when she said, "I did that Dr. Diamond buckle fat removal thing here, and since I quit drinking, I'm really seeing the results." Chrissy then went on to point to the area of her cheek where the procedure had been done, before adding in her caption that she had no shame in her Dr. Diamond game. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Number 7. Ashley Tisdale. Have you ever noticed that Ashley Tisdale's face altered around the time she was working on the hit show Sweet Life of Zac and Cody? Well, later on in Ashley's career, after the rumors started to circulate around the star altering her nose, she would admit that she did have a nose job done in 2007 to fix a deviated septum. When she told people, "I didn't do this because I believe in plastic surgery, I did this to help my health. I literally almost could not breathe out of my right nostril. I want my fans to know the truth. I'm not someone who is going to act like I have done nothing. I just want to be honest with my fans, who are everything to me." And while Ashley did choose to admit that she had surgery done, she's not like most celebrities on this list today, because she chose to have the cosmetic procedures done to help her health and not to improve her overall look. Number 6. Bella Hadid. In her 2022 Vogue cover story, Bella Hadid would share that she regretted having her nose altered when she was just 14 years old, when she said, "I wish I would have kept the nose of my ancestors. I think I would have grown into it." She also went on to add that her nose job was the only procedure she has ever gotten done, and she went on to say, "People think I fully effed my face because of one picture of me as a teenager looking puffy. I'm sure you don't look the same now as you did when you're 13, right? I've never used filler. let's just put an end to that. I have no issue with it, but it's not for me. Instead, she went on to state that her lifted appearance is the result of an illusion when she said, "Whoever thinks I've gotten my eyes lifted or whatever, it's called face tape, the oldest trick in the book." However, while the star has admitted to her nose job, it's only a matter of time before she comes out to reveal that she also had buccal fat removal, as her cheeks are looking hella sculpted lately. Number 5. Joe Jonas. You think being one of the best looking men in Hollywood, Joe Jonas would have never done anything to his face, but then think again, as the star has had help from injectables over the years to help combat signs of getting older. As he once told people, we're all getting older, and part of it is being comfortable in our own skin. Around this time, Joe was also becoming a brand partner for Exomin, which is an anti-wrinkle injectable that temporarily improves the appearance of frown lines using a double filtered formula. Joe would also go on to admit he not only uses this treatment for his frown lines, but he also uses it to smooth out a scar he has between his eyebrows, before noting that his procedure has never been over the top and that he kept things pretty light so you couldn't really tell that he has had work done. Joe actually only chose to come out about his cosmetic treatments so he can encourage other men to feel comfortable doing the same thing, as he doesn't find it such a big deal, and he would also state that we should all feel confident about how we look. Number 4. Courtney Cox. At one point in time, we all noticed that there was just something different about Courtney Cox, and while a lot of people just couldn't wrap their finger around it and what was different with her, some of the star's fans then started to accuse the star of having work done. While Courtney was silent for years about her cosmetic procedures, in 2017 she would finally admit to having cosmetic surgeries when she said, "I've had all my fillers dissolved. I'm as natural as I can be. I feel better because I look myself. I think that I now look like the person that I was. I hope I do. Things are going to change. Everything's going to drop. I was trying to make it not drop, but that made my face look fake. You need movement in your face, especially if you have thin skin like I do. Those aren't wrinkles, they're smile lines. I've had to learn how to embrace movement and realize that fillers are not my friend." But honestly, fillers seem to be no one's friend, so it's surprising to see so many celebrities entering into the trend to get them. Number 3. Marc Jacobs. Back in 2021, Marc Jacobs would cause quite the public stir on Instagram after he uploaded a selfie of himself post-operation that showcased his head wrapped in bandages. The celebrity would then open up about his $50,000 facelift and his decision to publicly reveal he had gone under surgery, while saying there was no shame in being vain. The designer has been sharing candid photos of his post-operative recovery on his personal Instagram account since. The celebrity plastic surgeon Andrew Jacono performed his deep plane facelift on July 20th, 2021. Marc would then open up about his procedure with Vogue when he told the media outlet, "I've got some scars around my ears and my face is swollen. I have a bruised neck. I'm still posting on Instagram. I don't care. I don't even see it as an effort to be transparent. I'm doing what I normally do, which is living my life and sharing it with anybody who is interested." Marc would then point out that he's been pretty honest about his changing appearance for decades, and he'll continue to do so as he gets more procedures done. Number 2. Tori Spelling. Back in 2021, Tori Spelling would address her expired and recalled chest implants when the actress posted a photo of herself at a plastic surgeon's office that year on November 19th. In the caption of the photo, she would say, "After needing to for many years, I'm finally addressing my expired and recalled implants. Thanks for squeezing me in. Dr. Plastic Surgery. Great consult. I adore you already." Beforehand, Tori had already previously shared that her implants had expired during an October episode, Wind Down with Janet Kramer. And when Tori was asked if she wanted to have new implants done, the Beverly Hills 90210 actor would say she did, before noting, "See, no one told me when I got that done. In 10 years, you would have to get them redone." Beforehand, in 2019, Tori did address all the rumors around her changed appearance when she told people, "The one thing that stuck with me forever was the plastic surgery thing. I literally had my nose done and my chest done. That's it. I'm constantly reading that I've done more." While the star has been under speculation for more procedures since she was at the age of 19, it seems like most celebrities can shake the rumors, but Tori's plastic surgery rumors have stuck with her throughout her entire career. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Reid Ewing. Reid Ewing once opened up about how he had a nightmare of a time struggling with body dysmorphia and the resulting horrors he faced when he attempted to use plastic surgery surgery to fix it. When the actor, who is best known for playing Dylan on Modern Family, penned an essay for the Huffington Post, he would give shocking details about how he had a pretty difficult time in his life dealing with body dysmorphic disorder. So if you don't know what body dysmorphic disorder is, it's a mental illness in which a person obsesses over the way he or she looks, thinking about their real or perceived flaws for hours each day. And for Reid, he spent years analyzing every single feature, to the point he had to make his first appointment to meet with a cosmetic surgeon when he was only 19 years old. Though he describes the doctor as being curt and uninterested in his worries, nevertheless he decided to undergo the surgery to get a large cheek implant. After getting the surgery done, Reid would face more problems, as he had to hide his face from the public to hide his disordered appearance post-surgery. It also didn't help when he woke up from the surgery, all the doctor and his staff could do was laugh at the actor's appearance.
In at number 10, Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler did not intend on going under the knife when he did, but once he needed to get some procedures done, he thought he would kill two birds with one stone. After he fell in the shower while in Paraguay in 2011, he needed plastic surgery done to fix the damage. But since he needed reconstruction anyways, he felt it was the perfect time to fix some insecurities. He told Today that he went into the hospital and quote, "They stitched up my eye, they did a little plastic surgery, and they fixed my tooth all in one fell swoop." In at number 9, Ashton Kutcher. Ashton Kutcher has been in the industry for a long time, and since he started acting and modeling, it's been rumored that he underwent a nose job before he got famous. Apparently before getting his breakout role on That 70s Show, the actor's team thought his nose was too large, and it hurt his chances of getting roles. Reportedly because of this, he changed the size and shape of his nose. According to 100 Plastic Surgery, Kutcher reportedly got 2 surgical treatments. First when he was in high school, the second one later on when he was pursuing a modeling career. Another rumor has swirled that he's also gotten jaw implants. When comparing Ashton to his brother Michael, there is a noticeable difference in their jaws, leading some to believe he's either gotten fillers or implants to make his jaw more pronounced. In at number 8, Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson was once voted the most handsome man in the world, based on a metric that measures lengths of key facial features like the nose and lips. However, it's widely believed that he is not all natural. The Twilight star apparently had a rhinoplasty to adjust the bridge and tip of his nose before going on screen. It was reported that back when he was modeling, he stopped getting callbacks and blamed it on his nose. Pattinson has not confirmed this, but it doesn't stop anyone from speculating. It was also reported that he got liposuction. During the filming of Twilight, it was rumored that he wasn't as fit as he was supposed to be, so he got liposuction to look his best on camera. Then makeup artists would paint on a six-pack. He's also been accused of getting jaw implants because he is known for having a very pronounced jaw. And at number 7, Ryan Gosling. This hunk who stole the hearts of women in the movie The Notebook is another that's been accused of getting a nose job. Beauty blogger Michelle Villett has accused Gosling of having gone under the knife to straighten, thin, and refine his nose early in his career. Villett said, quote, "Do you think his nose is a little thinner, shorter, straighter, and less projecting now?" She compared photos of him during his Mickey Mouse days in the 90s to current photos of him from the 2000s, and she noticed a huge difference, adding, quote, "The bridge looks straighter, so it's possible that he may have already had work done by this point, or he had repeat nose jobs." A plastic surgeon agreed. When giving their 2 cents, the plastic surgeon said, quote, "In Ryan's case, his nose at the beginning of his career is significantly wider at the bridge and has a prominent hump. Fast forward 10 years and both of these features appear altered." And at number 6, Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is one of the best looking men in Hollywood, and he got a small procedure that dramatically changed the shape of his face. It's been reported that when he was young, Pitt got a otoplasty, which is work on the ears. In his case, Pitt pinned his ears back to stop them from sticking out. If you compare photos of him then to now, it's clear that there has been a huge change with his ears. The change is pretty subtle and you might not have noticed if you weren't looking, but it's clear there has been some change. Also, when he was younger, Pitt always had longer hair that covered his ears, but after the procedure, he opted for a short-haired, spiky look that was trendy at the time. Halfway number 5, Zac Efron. Zac Efron also has been rumored to have underwent a nose job at the beginning of his career. He also had some work done to fix a gap tooth that he had while he was younger. This is one that's impossible to deny because the photo evidence just speaks for itself. As Efron got older and needed to look older to get more serious roles, he decided to not only hit the gym and become buff to lose his baby face, he also removed this gap. More recently, after Zac appeared on a Facebook Watch event for Bill Nye's Earth Day musical, the internet was set ablaze with rumors that he had gotten more cosmetic surgery to change his face. The lower half of the actor's face looked much more prominent, including his jaw and lips, which both looked to be fuller. Many Twitter users speculated that Efron may have gotten cosmetic surgery, like bad Botox or fillers. One TikTok doctor even thought that Efron could have recently got his wisdom teeth removed. Zac has not commented on the situation, but one of his best friends spoke out and denied rumors of a plastic surgery. And at number 4, Michael Douglas. Since he is married to Catherine Zeta-Jones, who is significantly younger than him, it's not a stretch to think that Douglas would have had some work done to look younger. According to the Daily Mail, it was reported that Douglas had Botox and a face augmentation or facelift in 2003 before the birth of his daughter. In 2005, these rumors surfaced once again when photos of the couple arriving in Barbados went viral because you could clearly see scars on both sides of his face, a telltale sign of a facelift. According to The Inquisitor, Douglas's publicist said in a statement that the cuts were due to the removal of a non-cancerous lesion rather than the result of plastic surgery. Catherine Zeta-Jones has stated that she supports getting plastic surgery, so the door is open to believe that her or her husband might have received some enhancements. And at number 3, Josh Hutcherson. Josh Hutcherson got a nose job in 2012, and this one is not speculation, because he tweeted out confirming that he got the work done. After going under the knife to fix a deviated septum, he tweeted, quote, "Just had surgery to fix my broken nose. Recovery sucks. Thank God for a marathon on Lifetime, hashtag the client list." He was seen out in bandages days after the surgery, but revealed his new look after being okayed by his doctor. Hutcherson was quite swollen following the procedure but looked to be in good spirits. Josh initially told his Twitter followers that he had the procedure to treat a broken nose, but later told TMZ that he went under the knife to fix a deviated septum, adding that his right nostril was 90% blocked and he had to get it fixed so he could breathe properly. Since it doesn't appear that his nose looks any different, it doesn't look like he got any cosmetic work done while he was getting the septoplasty. And finally, number 1, Enrique Iglesias. Enrique Iglesias decided to get a small change that dramatically changed his appearance. In 2003, he decided to get a mole from his face removed. At this point, he was already very famous, and the mole was well known by fans, but he decided to get it done after learning how easy the procedure was. He told Entertainment Weekly, quote, "I went to the doctor one day and he said I could have it removed in 5 minutes. I thought about it and asked, what are the consequences if I do it or if I don't? I don't really care. But the doctor told me at the time that the mole could cause cancer, so I thought, okay, go ahead, take it." Over time, he also has not showed any signs of aging, so it's rumored that he's had treatments like Botox and filler to mitigate these signs of aging.
Anya Taylor-Joy was one of the first celebrities people think got buccal fat removal that started the craze. In a recent Reddit thread, many fans began sharing their theories as to why they believe Taylor-Joy went under the knife for a more sculpted and sunken look, emphasizing her cheekbones. "I wish she didn't do buccal fat removal, she looks so cute," one fan commented. "Her face is no longer round and puffy, but chiseled and a little sunken." One user wrote, "Why is no one talking about the obvious nose job and buccal fat removal from her cheeks?" Now, Megan Fox's face has definitely changed throughout the years, and people were convinced that she had some sort of work done. Now, she had enough, and in 2011, she denied having any work done, and to prove this and stop the rumors, she posted an album to Facebook titled "Things You Can't Do With Your Face When You Have Botox" that featured pictures of her making various facial expressions. Now, after this was posted, a dermatologist explained her photos actually proved that she did have Botox. Now, recently though, Megan opened up about all the plastic surgery she's had, and she said that she got her breasts done when she was 21 or 22, and then had them redone after breastfeeding her kids. According to her on the Call Her Daddy podcast, she said, "I got them done in between the first and second Transformers, and Megan got them done as a young woman, and later on she had kids, and breastfeeding ruined her breasts, so it forced the star to hide her chest and herself from the public until they were fixed." Except they didn't get fixed. According to her, the second time she got her breasts done, the implants were actually too large, and her body fat couldn't hide the edges of the implants, and they showed through her bare skin. Dove Cameron's facial transformation from 2008 to 2023 is incredible. She has changed drastically, and while some of these changes can be credited to just growing up, it appears that she's had some help from some plastic surgeons. While Dove has been transparent about her image and body issues, she hasn't admitted to receiving plastic surgery, but this hasn't stopped her from being the focal point of a lot of plastic surgery rumors. Now, numerous publications, including the US Sun, have speculated that Dove received a variety of cosmetic procedures throughout her time
time in the spotlight. According to these sources, experts have spotted radical differences in the former Disney Channel star's face features. In fact, they allege that Dove's facial transformation is so noticeable that it couldn't just be from natural aging and weight loss. It's been said that she had a nose job, cheek fillers, a fox eye lift, and more recently, buccal fat removal. Again, Dove has never admitted to this, but she could have just kept the procedures a secret. Now, Miley Cyrus has experienced ongoing physical transformations over the years, and some question if it's due to plastic surgery. Miley's faced rumors that she got a boob job when she was 20 years old after she started adding more chest-bearing clothing to her wardrobe. And recently, in new cover art for a new single and her appearance at the Grammys, people have been questioning her appearance. Taking to Reddit with a photo of the cover reveal, some fans couldn't help but call out the celeb's noticeably carved out cheeks. Many commented on the difference in her facial structure recently, believing she had a buccal fat removal procedure done. We need to imprison whatever plastic surgeon pioneered buccal fat removal. Now, she's also gotten veneers, and people think they look horrible, and some have even said that she looks like a horse. Can't tell if it's the buccal fat removal or the giant veneers that make her look so off these days, someone added. Now, in 2023, Liam Payne debuted a shockingly slimmed down face on the red carpet, which did not go unnoticed by fans or cosmetic surgery experts. He didn't look bad before, but his face, instead of looking soft and a little bit chubby, it looks more modelish and rugged, celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Ratman Kassir said. Fans theorized the star had undergone the popular cosmetic surgery buccal fat removal. Now, taking to Twitter, fans voiced their opinions by saying no effing way Liam Payne got buccal fat removal surgery. Liam Payne getting buccal fat removal is sending me to the actual moon. And a third wrote, still can't believe Liam Payne got buccal fat removal. Now, Dr. Azza Helm, a board-certified multi-specialist physician, says she doesn't think that fillers alone could help Liam achieve such a defined look in the lower part of his face, so she agrees that buccal fat removal likely played a role.
So, cosmetic surgery has helped a lot of people feel more comfortable in their own skin, but what happens when your skin doesn't stay the same? Not so comfortable anymore, huh? Celebs have received plastic surgery very young, are now warning the new wave of young stars against getting plastic surgery procedures until they're older. But some ignored naysayers, going on to destroy their faces and bodies, and maybe now even their careers. Erin Moriarty has become the new face, literally, of young celebrities giving into public perception and beauty standards, partly because the dichotomy found in her getting plastic surgery when her character, Starlight, in the show that launched her fame, The Boys, struggles with media attention on her body and face and receiving pressure to look a certain way and appease beauty standards. For fans of her character to see Erin undergo surgery for the exact thing Starlight was trying to run from, it caused a mass wave on social media. It became the epicenter of a conversation on young women being deeply affected by beauty standards and what features are deemed beautiful or not. Megyn Kelly recently did a news story with the Daily Wire's Michael Knowles calling plastic surgery a social illness. Kelly used Moriarty, who has received buccal fat removal, a chin and jaw shave surgery, a nose job, microblading, and lip injections as her example, saying more and more young women are doing this, referring to unnecessary plastic surgery on an already beautiful face. Kelly said, "It's not about an objection to plastic surgery, it's about an obsession with turning yourself into a fake version of yourself. I find it like a sign of mental illness. I really want to get into the heads of these young girls and say, please don't do this." Another fan base that was quick to point out the differences in their fave celeb was Noah Cyrus's. Noah Cyrus, who actually looked quite similar to her sister Miley and her mother Tish in her younger years, first went through a shocking visual change circa 2020. She debuted lip filler and cheek filler and microbladed eyebrows, as was the trend at the time in beauty, and it's something she's maintained as a visual sin. But in 2023, it looks like she went a step further when she got a nose job, as was pointed out by her fans after she attended the January 2023 Paris Fashion Week looking shockingly different. And now, in 2024, she has sparked rumors for buccal fat removal, as she's recently debuted uber gaunt cheeks, the current trend thanks to Ozempic as well. Someone who's also faced some commentary for looking different from their debut days is Quan Nara, the former Hello Venus K-pop idol turned actress's plastic surgery controversy was sparked when photos from her junior high days were leaked online. There are some noticeable differences, primarily in the brow bone and nose area, which sparked discussions and some rumors about her having had plastic surgery. As the rumors escalated, she eventually addressed the speculation through a TV episode of Taxi, after the host admitted to having had plastic surgery himself on his nose and eyes. Nara explained, "I was shocked by my appearance at the beginning of my debut and have been consistently working on staying in shape ever since." She also insisted she never received plastic surgery, but that she's just been getting Botox for a long time. Despite her claim, plenty of her adoring fans did send messages of positivity and love, claiming even if she did have plastic surgery, as many still suspect she did, they weren't going to judge her for it. Nikita Dragon needed plastic surgery to help her blossom into the woman that she is, but she too, like Reid, became addicted and fell into a pattern of unnecessary surgeries that chased down imagined imperfections. Nikita, who was born the male sex, transitioned to the female sex over the past decade and shared that journey online, earning millions of followers in the process with her bold and brash personality. But in 2018, Nikita decided to get real about another side of herself she wasn't documenting. To quote, "I recently broke this addiction," she expressed, "and I know that's a lot to take in, but let me explain." Nikita shared that the hardest part of her transition was her hormone therapy. The changes in her body resulted in her being critical of her appearance, suffering from body dysphoria, and ultimately leading her to undergo more and more cosmetic procedures. Getting her brow bone and jaw shaved, she got 4 nose jobs, she got Botox, she got breast implants, which required more surgery to fix the complications with the breast tissue following. To quote, "I felt this immense pressure to need to pass, to need to be a woman, to need to feel this level of confidence, so I was really in this dark place where I had to look in the mirror and stop myself from wanting to change everything because it got to the point where I didn't even know why I was doing the surgeries anymore," she explained. Thankfully, the starlet has recovered from her addiction and continues to be an advocate for transgender youth and those with plastic surgery addictions. Crystal Hefner also came clean about her plastic surgery addiction and how it was shaped too by the unrealistic pressures put on women to fit certain parameters of beauty, or otherwise they'd be deemed unwomanly. As a Playboy model and one of Hugh Hefner's wives, Crystal Hefner felt that she was expected to look a certain way, explaining years later, "I don't know whether I felt empowered by dressing scantily clad, showing cleavage, etc., or if I just felt it was expected of me or what," she shared on Instagram. Whatever the reasons were, Hefner had a variety of surgeries performed on her, which eventually took a toll on her health. Her breast implants caused memory loss, spatial disorientation, migraines, and fatigue, and a fat transfer surgery almost cost her life. After all her negative experiences with cosmetic alterations and exhausted of maintaining the Hefner image after the dirtbag's death, Crystal opted for a more natural look, both in real life and on social media. To quote her, "I removed everything fake from my body and I deleted all my old photos. I am more authentic, vulnerable, and I feel I belong more to myself." She further explained she had concerns about who would stick around with her account moving in that new direction. "As I saw followers drop by the thousands every day, I was in the red. I was watching girls that had similar pages keep posting the same scantily clad stuff and growing exponentially while I tanked hard. But in the end, while she initially lost followers, her numbers eventually rebounded into a fan base that respected her authenticity." This next influencer once gave an Instagram shout out to a plastic surgeon. It's Sophia Richie. The plastic surgeon she shouted out in question was celebrity Jason Diamond, to whom she accredited, "Thank you for always taking care of me." Though Sophia, 29 at the time, didn't specify what work she'd had done, Dr. Rodriguez, who's a board-certified internal medicine physician, suggests based off her age and her facial changes during aging, to quote, "Sophia has likely received a rhinoplasty, lip fillers, and under-eye filler, and maybe chin filler. As for her wrinkle-free skin, probably Botox injections or laser treatments." Speaking of barely there adjustments made through plastic surgery, Hailey Bieber has had some sneaky subtle style of work done on her as well. Most of the young celebs nowadays, it's very subtle. Or do you not remember the iconic Kanye 2022 moment where for no reason during social media rant he aired out the fact Hailey had a rhinoplasty, calling her nose job Hailey Bald Loose? The model, 27, vehemently denied it at the time, but the rumor's been following her forever, and understandably so when past and present pictures are lined up. According to Dr. Ramtin Kassir, founder of Kassir Plastic Surgery, he thinks she got work done specifically around her eyes. To quote, "She likely had a blepharoplasty, aka a brow lift, or some expertly injected Botox around the brows."
Michael Jackson looked extremely different from the beginning of his career right up until his death. Now, a lot of people think this was due to plastic surgery and various health issues he had. One of the most noticeable changes was his nose. Now, he actually eventually admitted to getting a nose job in a 2003 documentary with Martin Bashir. He said, "I had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose. It helped me breathe better so I can hit higher notes. I'm telling you the honest truth. I didn't do anything to my
my face, he said. Then there was the issue of his skin color though. Michael told Oprah Winfrey back in the early 90s that he suffered from vitiligo, a skin condition that created pale blotches on his body. His dermatologist, Dr. Arnold Klein, confirmed that in 2009, saying his was bad because he began to get a totally speckled look all over his body. It was all over his body, but on his face significantly and his hands, which were very difficult to treat. Now, it's been rumored that he used bleaching cream to make his skin tone more even. However, other experts have claimed that Michael had a lot more done than just one nose job and skin lightening. Michael got his first nose job in 1979, and he claimed he got the surgery not because he wanted a smaller nose, but because he broke it during a dance rehearsal and needed an operation. But then he got it done more times. Now, LaToya Jackson appeared to follow in her brother's footsteps when it came to getting botched plastic surgery, especially on her nose. On October 13th, 2017, LaToya was spotted dashing out of a drugstore. Now, strangely, she was wearing a hairnet, leading sources to speculate that she'd undergone cosmetic work earlier in the day. Now, this is valid for people to assume because if you look at photos of her throughout the years, you can literally see her nose shrinking, and obviously that's not natural. As her face evolution was then reviewed by a panel of America's top plastic surgeons, and while none of them had treated LaToya, they all agreed that she's undergone the knife for multiple nose jobs. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Lisa Rinna turned heads recently, and not in a good way, due to how her face looked. Now, Lisa attended the 2024 Fashion Trust US Awards in Beverly Hills in April, but as soon as photos and videos were released to the star, people began questioning her looks, claiming that she had too much face filler. Now, Lisa then responded to the comments about her looks, saying that she used Skin Vive, which is described by the FDA as a gel implant or dermal filler that is injected in specific areas of facial tissue to add definition or reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles. Now, she said this was not good for her. Skin Vive is not good for everyone, and it was not good for me. Luckily, we could dissolve it today. Phew, she wrote. Now, there were also concerns of her lip fillers that she's had in the past, as the silicone caused hard and bumpy scar tissue on her lips. Now, Madonna's face has been ever changing, and there's been a lot of speculation that she's gotten a lot of work done. But in 2023, she finally admitted that she had plastic surgery, but she has not revealed what the procedures were or how often she's gone under the knife. Board-certified surgeon Dr. Barry Winterbob, who reviewed before and after images of Madonna, said he saw signs of at least 12 cosmetic facial procedures, which he estimates would have cost multiple six-figure sums, which is not surprising at all. Now, accusations really came to a head after the singer presented an award at the 2023 Grammys. She looked nothing like her past self, and fans were calling her out on social media for her excessive plastic surgery. Now, it's been reported that she was affected by these comments, and she accused those of making the comments of ageism and misogyny at the time, but later admitted to having plastic surgery after posting a photo with the caption, "Look at how cute I am now that the swelling from surgery has gone down, LOL." Now, this isn't the first time that fans have accused Madonna of trying out plastic surgery, as in the 1990s there were rumors that she was trying out Botox and was undergoing a nose job. She's never confirmed or denied these allegations, but looking at photos of her and comparing them, you can tell there's a huge difference, which you can't just attribute to aging. Heidi Montag went overboard when it came to plastic surgery. I'm honestly surprised that no one put a stop to it because it seemed so dangerous. In 2010, she had 10 cosmetic procedures done in one day. Yes, 10 of them. Now, the star was just 23 years old at the time, with the surgeries including a chin reduction, liposuction, a breast augmentation, a brow lift, rhinoplasty revision, facial fat injections, and an ear pinning surgery. Ahead of her operations, her surgeon told her that she would recover within a few months, but it actually took her over a year to get back on her feet and back to normal. "I could barely talk, my jaw, I had part of my chin sawed off. I mean, it was really a lot," she said. said. "We had to have houses at the house for months to help me recover." Now, she also had something really scary happen during the procedures that she finally spoke about in 2018. She told Paper Magazine that she actually died for a minute at the recovery center post-surgery, after she was given an incorrect dose of a painkiller. "My security guards called Spencer, who is her husband, and told him Heidi's heart stopped, she's not going to make it," she told the publication. Yeah, it's absolutely insane that she was able to get all of that done at the same time, and shame on the surgeon who did that to her. And now we have Tara Reid admitting to getting a botched boob job and body contouring procedures in the past. Now, in an interview, she said that she consulted a plastic surgeon in 2004 and she asked for big B's, but instead he gave her C cups and she didn't want them. Now, after the surgery, she immediately noticed that her nipples were deformed. But after 6 months of "it's going to get better," it started to get worse and worse. "I never thought I'd have nipples that looked like this," she said. Then, to make things worse, she had a nip slip on the red carpet at P. Diddy's 35th birthday party in New York. Now, it wasn't just the fact that she had a nip slip that made headlines, it was because it was revealed to the world that her boob job was botched. Now, instead of her areola being a perfect round circle, hers was different, as if a chunk had been cut out. And after the incident, Tara was labeled Franken nipple and later had to explain that her plastic surgery had gone wrong. She said, "I was already dealing with what it looked like. The last thing I wanted to happen was have the whole world see it." Now, she also had a procedure called body contouring done by the same surgeon and was unhappy with the results. "My stomach became the most ripply, bulgy thing," she said. "I had a hernia, this huge bump next to my belly button. As a result, I couldn't wear a bikini. I lost a lot of work." Years later, after doing some thorough research on doctors, she went under the knife again to get the previously botched jobs corrected. She says that she saw a therapist for about a year to get help with her confidence issues and she settled down.
Kenny Rogers is an absolutely iconic man, known for hits like "She Believes in Me" and "Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer." The late singer has fans all over the world. Most fans were shocked when Rogers revealed a pretty major transformation in the early 2000s. His 2013 memoir, Luck or Something Like It, Rogers gives an explanation as to why he got the facial procedures done, saying that he did it because he was trying to keep up with the younger stars coming in and wanted a bit of a revamp. A 2012 visit to CBS This Morning echoed this sentiment. He also shared in this 2012 interview that he regrets it. He said, "I had the money to do it and I had time off and I regret that. But the truth is, I don't know what I would have looked like if I hadn't done it." The part that he has gone on record saying that he regrets the most was his eye job. This happened in a 2006 interview with People. He said that the eye job was too tight around the eyelids for him and that it drives him crazy. But he had found the humor in the situation thanks to friend Dolly Parton, the country queen herself and Rogers' duet partner on the hit track Islands in the Stream. Apparently, Dolly used to tease him about the various surgeries. In an interview with Anderson Cooper, Kenny Rogers confirms all of this, saying, "Dolly and I used to laugh about it. I think he looks just fine after, but I can understand why he might have been upset with the after pictures." Cameron Diaz disliked the way Botox made her look. She revealed this fact in a 2014 interview with Entertainment Tonight. The star of Charlie's Angels and Shrek shared that she has tried Botox before, where it was like a tiny little touch of something. It changed her face in such a weird way. She'd rather see her face aging than a face that doesn't belong to her at all. She went on to say that she doesn't want to smooth out the smile lines because that means she's smiled her whole life. While Botox might not be the choice for Cameron Diaz, she has no judgment towards people who do choose to get Botox. Ariana Grande is in a similar boat. In her Vogue Beauty Secret tutorial that was posted to Vogue's YouTube on September 12, 2023, Ariana shared that she has had a ton of lip fillers over the years and Botox, but now she's over and done with it. Ariana has disclosed that she wants to now see herself age naturally. Like Cameron Diaz, Ariana Grande wants to see her well-earned cry lines and smile lines. She continued to share that she stopped all those procedures back in 2018 because, in her words, she felt like hiding because it felt too much. While she did seem to be done for now, she isn't ruling anything out for the future. She's leaving the door open for the possibility of a facelift, but not for a long time, like at least 10 years. But even then, it's only a maybe, so we'll check back in a decade. Jennifer Grey has regretted her nose job that she received in 1989, not necessarily because it didn't look good. I think she looks great either either way. It's just when she changed her nose, it changed her whole face, and she was suddenly unrecognizable. This decision went on to hurt her career. She had just done the iconic film Dirty Dancing, yet she wasn't getting hired much after in Hollywood, probably because she looked so different. At least, that is what Jennifer Grey thinks. She said, "I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous," going further, saying, "I'll always be this once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job." Though it was hard for her to get roles, she wasn't completely out of the game. She had some guest appearances on Friends and House, as well as a few TV movies. She did famously win the 2010 season of Dancing with the Stars. Makes sense. Melanie Griffith is known for Working Girl Lolita and giving birth to Madam Web herself, Dakota Johnson. Love Dakota, but this ain't about her. Melanie Griffith sat down with Vanity Fair in 2017 to discuss life, love, and her past plastic surgeries. She said she hadn't noticed something was up with the procedures and the amount she was receiving until outside parties started pointing things out. Griffith shared she was hurt by constant comments like, "Oh my god, what has she done?" and decided to take matters into her own hands. She started visiting a different doctor to get everything fixed up. She went on to say, "I went to a different doctor and he started dissolving all of this stuff that this other doctor had put in. Hopefully, I look more normal now." I think she looks great and is rocking it on the red carpet. She has appeared alongside her daughter Dakota on a few and has been in a few films more recently, like The Disaster Artist. She was also in Stuart Little 2 as a little bird. That's not on topic or important at all, but it is important to me. Sharon Osbourne seriously regretted a 5-hour facelift she had back in 2021. In her own words, she thought she looked like a cyclops because one eye was different to the other. She was able to joke about the situation, saying, "All I need is a hunchback." The TV personality told the Sunday Times that the procedure was a full facelift and that she looked like one of those mummies that they wrap with bandages. It's a few years later though, and Sharon Osbourne, in my opinion, doesn't look like these descriptions at all. She looks great right now. Well, she was, and I cannot stress this enough, not very happy with the results, and neither was her husband, Ozzy Osbourne. He told her, "I don't care how much it costs, we'll get it redone." And she did. Sharon did have to wait until her face was fully healed before she could head back in the room, but eventually she was able to go back in and have everything corrected. Sharon is no stranger to cosmetic procedures and has openly spoken about the ones she's received in the past. While speaking to The Times, she revealed that she has had a tummy tuck, lifts to multiple body parts, breast implants, and Botox, as well as 3 facelifts. But it looks like Sharon Osbourne might be done with it all. In an interview with The Sun in April of 2023, she reveals that the previously mentioned disaster facelift has put me off and it frightens me. I really pushed it with the last facelift and I am now like, no more.